Hello there. Welcome back to Selective Spirit. I wanted to share a story with everybody. I haven't been on and I haven't done any shows in a while, but I've been busy with doing a lot of investigations lately, and seems like there's a lot of spirit activity going on everywhere. And you probably all know that if you're watching this channel and are interested in spirit, because you can see all of the TV shows that are coming out. You know, of course, Ghost Hunters is the most popular, and what is it? Paranormal State, I think, is another very popular one. But there's a lot of shows coming out. Sci-Fi's got some coming up. Even the History Channel's coming up with stuff lately. A lot of UFO activity. Just a lot of real paranormal events, evidence, talk. A lot of people just really kind of the buzz right now is paranormal is just really in the air. We are coming into really, really strange times. I mean, our world's going through a lot. The earth is going through shifts and changes. Our subconscious is going through shifts and changes. So I think that there, with all of this happening, it's not a surprise that spirit activity is becoming more apparent, because, in my opinion, and this is my opinion, that we're having a lot of paranormal activity, and it's because a lot of us are kind of waking up, and a lot of us are coming into abilities that we never had before. And when I say we never had before, we always had them. We just weren't aware of them, or if we were aware of them, we dismissed them as coincidence or synchronicity, or, no, that can't be happening. We're kind of deluding ourselves. We deluded ourselves for a really long time, and I think that, well, I know I did anyways, and I'm sure some of you out there would probably relate to that. But the thing that's just the most interesting to me right now is I did an investigation not very long ago. This is about 2 weeks ago, and it was kind of a last-minute investigation, and where we went to an apartment complex. This is not a home. This isn't, your typical, usually we go to homes, but I went to this apartment, and it was a very small apartment, and it was a couple that lived there. And they had quite a lot of activity going on there. They had given us some explanations as to what they were experiencing, however, without proof. Of course, everyone wants proof. That's why everyone tunes into the Sci-Fi Channel to see if Ghost Hunters can actually get proof. EVPs are proof. They're pretty good. Actual proof is video proof, which is probably the best for those that don't really, are kind of skeptical. But even for the believers, everyone wants to have proof. So while we're investigating this house, and with some of the activity in mind, towards the end of the investigation, we went in groups of two, and the second group, which is my group, went in, and we're sitting there in the dark in the living room and just basically talking to spirit. When I say talk, I don't participate in seances because I believe it's disrespectful, and the spirits, they're not performing monkeys, and a lot of times they'll stonewall you. I've been to a few, and this is why I don't participate in seances, because it's trying to pull energy together from humans, physical, to make the spirit come through, and you'll get much more cooperation if you're respectful to them and just talk to them like you would a normal human being, because they were human before and now just spirit. So anyways, as we're sitting there, pennies began dropping out of the thin air, which was pretty exciting for me, because it was scary for the people that lived there, but it was so amazing to me, because I kept, I still to this day have so many questions that I haven't gotten the answers to, and throughout at least 15 minutes to a half an hour, pennies were being just kind of tossed out into where we were sitting. They dropped on somebody's leg, or they, knocked over a Coke can, and so we set some pennies out to see if they'd move them, and asking them to move them, it refused to move the pennies when we asked it to. again, and the impression I got was I'm not a performing monkey, which actually one of the guys that lived there said he found a message like that on his mirror, that they're not here to perform. But when we stopped asking and just talked amongst ourselves, these pennies were just kind of being thrown into the room. Now, they weren't being chucked at anyone. They didn't hurt anybody. It was just more to get our attention and I think just to say, I'm here, which was amazing. It was my first investigation that I was on, that I was experiencing this sort of thing in real time. So it was pretty exciting. We didn't get it on video, but it was more of a personal experience. So I just wanted to share this with you, this story, and that my biggest question, I guess, and I'll put this out there too to anybody who's listening, that if spirit, okay, we're talking the non-physical. A spirit can lift a penny and throw it into a group of people, or just even if it's just to move it, okay, we're talking an actual penny. With a physical, with your fingers, you can pick up any object and move it, and you can throw it across the room. We have a physical body, and we're using our hands to do this, to do this function. So my question is, if spirit can do this without a physical body, then we're missing the bigger picture here, because this is something obviously we can do. We've just been told we can't do. Or you have to be someone special to manipulate objects, or see the dead, or pull the sheets back from the bed, or write on the wall, or anything. If spirit can move a penny and chuck it into a room, then we can too, with our minds, with our intent, without actually touching the penny. So I just wanted to leave you with that. And I just wanted to share my story with everybody, and I hope you come back and tune in again. Thanks a lot.